Hi there. In this video, I'll show you how to set up a Tripwire offer in Kajabi using Countdown Hero. A Tripwire offer is a special offer people are presented with after they opt into your freebie. And so for a limited amount of time, let's say in the next 20 minutes, they can purchase this special offer. And once their timer has expired, they're being redirected away from that page and they can no longer purchase it for that special price. In this case, we're using Countdown Hero, and it is a great alternative to Deadline Funnel. Deadline Funnel is a great tool, and I really love it, but it is also rather expensive. It starts at $39 a month, and it allows you to create 3 different timers, and up to 1,000 people can go through it each month. Countdown Hero actually offers a lifetime deal for just $67. Make sure to use the coupon on their website. And it allows you to create 5 timers, and up to 2,000 people can go through them. They also have a pro version for another $97, and then you have unlimited timers, unlimited people going through them, and you can add the timers to multiple pages of your funnel. That is a little bit tricky with Kajabi. I'll show you that later on. But it is still such a great offer. So I highly recommend it, and I have an affiliate link for it in the description below this video. So how to set this up? First of all, inside your Countdown Hero account, make sure to go to integrations and select Kajabi from the options, and then head on back to your dashboard, click Countdown Hero, and at the top right, click Create New. We named this one Tripwire Offer, and you can add a label if you want. It's simply there to categorize your timers if you have many over time. But for now, I'll just leave that empty. In the basic settings, we're choosing in X hours and minutes, and I'm going to make the delay 20 minutes and the hours 0. Make sure to add that in, otherwise it's not working. The design settings, you can change this, and you have a lot of options if you have the pro version, but even on the basic version, you can have some choice here in how the timer is going to look. And then onto the page settings. This is where it gets really important that we get it all right. So there is the active countdown URL, and what needs to go here is the landing page URL of the Tripwire offer. So this is also the thank you page that people see after they opt into your form. And then once their timer has expired, they need to be sent somewhere else as well, and that is the expired countdown URL. Then we also need to put in a URL for when someone tries to access the active page, but they're not in the system. So they didn't come to your freebie, but they still try and access that same page. Where do we send those people? Oftentimes that can be the same as the expired countdown URL. So you can put that in here as well. Okay, let's head on over to Kajabi and see what we need to set up there. So what you'll need is an offer. And of course, so let's say, a $17 offer. So this is the discounted price, the special offer that they can purchase. And then we need a bunch of pages. So in this case, we're going to create 3 different pages: a freebie opt-in page, a Tripwire page, and an expired page. And I'm going to show you in a second what needs to go on each of these. But first of all, we need the URLs of the Tripwire page, which is that active page, and the URL of the expired page, which goes here, okay? And then the not in countdown URL, you can use the same one, but for testing purposes, it can actually be helpful to put something else here so that you can see when you're testing if they're actually going here or here, if something's going wrong, and then that helps you figure out what's going on. If you need more help with that, feel free to comment below the video and I'd be happy to have a look. Make sure to tick this box here and save and get code. Now we have this extra section here triggering your countdown. And I'm going to come back to this in a bit, but I first want to make sure we have things set up correctly inside Kajabi. So on here, we have the freebie opt-in page, and for that, we need a form. So I created a very simple form, opt-in form for Countdown Hero Tripwire example. What a mouthful. And I made it a single opt-in. I'm just capturing their name and email address. And here I'm sending them to a custom thank you page, and that is the Tripwire page. On the freebie opt-in page itself, we make sure we have that form there. Let me just delete this, as I'm going to show you in a second how to do that. So we have that form here. You can see that, the opt-in form. And again, the thank you page here is going to that landing page that is the Tripwire page. Now, what we need to do on this page, we need to put some code here. So if we go to the triggering your countdown section, make sure to grab the embed code for adding to the form page. We click on this little icon here to copy this URL. And on this page now, we're going back here and make sure we're here on this page, click add section, scroll all the way down, and we choose custom code, click add, and the custom code here, we're going to paste that in and save it. This is not going to show on the page, but we need it to be there so that the system can capture the person's email and knows that this is their timer and how long their timer should run for. So that's this for the freebie opt-in page. This one is now done. So we head back on over to the other pages. Okay, onto the Tripwire page. This is what they see after they opted in, right? So your freebie is on its way. Wait, here's a special offer. And here is where the two options come in that I spoke about before. Or maybe I didn't. But anyway, there's two options here. Let me explain. So we can send them from here to the checkout of your offer. So in that case, you simply from here send them to the checkout of the Tripwire offer. And as soon as they click, it opens in a new tab and they can simply check out. The problem with that is that we can put a timer and an expiration on this particular page, but not on the checkout page. Kajabi simply doesn't allow us to put the code on there. So as soon as they have that tab open with the checkout page and they keep that URL, they can purchase an hour from now or even a week from now if you still have that offer available. And they can just purchase whenever because that page is now not expiring, right? It is the simplest setup and you can totally do it this way. The sales page will still expire, but that checkout page will not. So there's no true urgency to purchase. And it's kind of like fake urgency because they could still purchase after their 20 minutes have expired. So I actually prefer a different setup. So let me show you how that works. Or first, let's wrap this one up real quick. So we have this, they're going to the checkout page. And on here, we need a timer, right? So we're going back to Automate Hero, design settings, and we take the code for the timer and we're going to put that on here. So again, here we add a section, again, a custom code section, do that here. We paste that in here and we save it. And we also move that to the top. So the timer is going to show here. It is correct that it is not showing right now. As long as you have the code here, it will work properly. Okay, so now we have the opt-in page sending people to this page right here, and it has this code on it. And now they're being sent on to this page. And from here, they have the timer. This page will expire. But again, if they click to the checkout page, that checkout page will not expire. Okay. And once it has expired, the sales page, it will go to that expired page, this one, but the checkout page will not. Okay. Now there is an alternative, and that is to put the actual checkout on a landing page, because on a landing page, as you can see, we are able to put timers on there. And so basically the setup would be this: they opt into your freebie and then they come to that Tripwire page, and the checkout for the Tripwire would need to be on that same page. So you can put some sales copy, and then maybe a little bit down the page, they would actually be putting in their details right on that page. So it's not a buy now button to another page. They simply check out on that page itself. And that page we can expire, and then they get to the expired page. So in that case, you have more true urgency. And the setup here is not like 100% ideal, because rather you just have like a buy now button and they get to the checkout. But because of the way Kajabi works, it's just not possible to do it any different way. Now, in order to get a checkout onto a landing page, we need to do some more techie stuff. And luckily, Jason Go, who is another Kajabi expert, figured out how to do that. And I have a blog post on my site about how to do that. So I'm just going to walk you through that real quick. So we need to go to first settings in Kajabi, site details, and header page scripts. So in your Kajabi, head on over to the settings at the bottom left, click site details, and then later on checkout settings. So For site details, you scroll down to the header page scripts and you put that piece of code in. And then you go back here again, settings, checkout settings, and you go to the header tracking code and you put the same piece of code in. Okay, that's the first step. And then we just follow along here. We have the checkout, right? So we need to have the checkout URL of our particular offer. So let me just grab that real quick for the offer I created here. Okay, here we go. So make sure that you have the actual checkout URL and not the preview. So keep this open in another tab. Now we need to create that landing page, but we can actually use the one we already have. So let's head on over to our page, pages, landing pages. I don't know why Kajabi hasn't simplified this part yet, but hey, here we go. Okay, so the Tripwire page, we open that up. And in here, we need to add a code section. Remember, this code here is the timer. So let's just put that here. Countdown hero timer, 20 minutes. And we're going to add another code section. And from the block, we're going to take this piece of script. Oh, come on. This here. And put that in this code section here. And now you see here is a URL that is not, it says your domain. So now we need to grab that checkout URL from our offer. That is the special offer. Make sure to keep the quotation marks and replace the URL only. And now we save this. And this is not going to show, like the code's not showing, but what it will show, you can see that here, is part of the checkout page. So it's not including like the styling and the copy here. It is just taking this box here and putting that on this page. That means that they can now check out through this page, and this page can actually be expired once their timer has reached 0, right? So it also means you need to put more information here. This buy now button needs to go because we know, so we can just hide that. Here's a special offer. And now, of course, you need to type more around this, like what the offer actually is, because that is not being taken over from the checkout page. Like this is not here. It's not on here, right? So you need to add more sections, copy images, whatever you want. But basically, we have now created a checkout page on a landing page. And the benefit of that is that this now has the timer and this can be expired and they cannot like save this page. So now the urgency is actually real, because after the 20 minutes, this page is actually going to expire. So this was a lot. I hope it's been helpful. And if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. But before I go, let me just show you one more thing that you'll need to do. And that is, let me just walk through this real quick. Of course, make sure to save everything. But what you need to do in Kajabi is do a test opt-in. Oh, did I now not save that? Okay, save all the time, right? But then you go to your freebie opt-in, you take the URL and you open that in an incognito window and you go through the process and you see if things are working properly and expiring properly. For testing purposes, I highly recommend to set this to just 1 minute so that you're not stuck behind your computer for 20 minutes trying to figure out what's happening and if it's actually working. And then afterwards, you can change it back. So this is how you can do it, how you can use Countdown Hero to set up a Tripwire offer in Kajabi. I am a tech virtual assistant. I work lots with Kajabi, Countdown Hero, other tech tools as well, like FG Funnels and High Level and ThriveCard and ConvertKit. So if you have any questions around any of those, feel free to comment below and I'd be happy to help you. Bye.